So this video is a bit early, but Steam VR Fest is here, and it's the first VR themed celebration on Steam. It's like specifically for VR. A truly massive deal for the VR space and a great opportunity for new PC VR players to get some nifty new games or try out some demos. For example, Samurai Slaughterhouse or Grimlord. The Steam VR Fest is to obviously show off VR games, but also includes discounts, again demos, and upcoming games. So with the Steam VR Fest discounts in mind, I decided to create a list that is not really in order, but also kind of in order. Games that are worth buying for you, new and old PC VR players. This is my top 10 games to buy from Steam VR Fest that are strictly on sale. The ones that are on sale. This is not my top 10 VR games or anything. This is just the games that I would buy because they are on sale. That's it. This list does not include games that are not on sale. I'm going to reiterate that, not on sale. I'll be telling you several things like the original price, the discount, whether it's a single player or multiplayer game, and if it has B-haptic support, but not in any particular order. Also, the sale lasts until the 25th of July at 10 p.m. Pacific? I think it's a.m. 10 a.m. Pacific. So hello and welcome or welcome back to this absolute shithole of a channel named after the soul overlord me, SoulBC, also known as SoulBC Cheese, according to my moderator Bumbo from my Discord. You can give me more abbreviations in the comments or on my Discord. Do what you want to do. If you enjoy this dog aids of content, be sure to erect that thumb and press the big red button to set off the alarms of something negative. I don't know. So to start off with, Numero Diez, Boneworks. Boneworks has the most amazing gameplay to ever exist within a VR game. The physics are insane to mess with, however the story is terrible, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was hard to stay in the narrative as it was focused on the gameplay more than anything, but what makes it better is the mods.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, kid. Don't make me...
Mods make this game exceed its stock gameplay. Mods like Spider-Man, Steve, Pump Shotguns, the B-haptics mod, and the best of all, the multiplayer mod, Entanglement. I'm just waiting for that mod to get the Green Goblin in so I can just shit on Spider-Man.
Fuck you, Spider-Man! I'm the Green Hulk!
It's absolutely a blast to play with friends and that absolute dumb shit you can do with the sandbox experience. The original price for Boneworks is $29.99 USD. The discount drops by 20% to $23.99. Not much of a drop, but it's something to consider. On to the
Number 9 launch.
Blood Trail. Literally one of the goriest games on the site, in VR as a whole, really. It is the most realistic shooter with 3 game modes, raids to demolish outposts like a cracked out John Wick, survival mode, which is self-explanatory, survive against the crackheads of my city, and lastly, sandbox for you to experiment with your crackhead victims. Victims. The game is low-key terrifying too, as many of the maps are silent and some are dark. You can definitely get jump scared like I did.
Oh shit, God almighty.
The game is single player with no multiplayer mod or any, from what I recall, but the realism really is there, like horrifyingly accurate, minus the baseball bats to the head.
Hello? Your teeth.
That's still funny to me. The original price for Blood Trail is $24.99 USD, and it gets dropped by 20% during the sale, bringing it down to $19.99. Again, not much of a drop, but a solid pickup regardless. Bringing Big Brain number... What the fuck did my mouth... Did I just... I mean, that's a lot of bees. Bringing the big... Fuck. Bringing the big... Fuck. Oh my good lord. Big Brain number 8, aka upwards infinity sign symbol, because I'm a fucking idiot. Iron Rebellion. Jesus, that was fucking hard. A game I haven't played in a while, but has been getting massive amounts of updates and it's genuinely fun to play. Iron Rebellion is all about mechs with a fully functional cockpit. Literally press every button on the cockpit. You will love it. Good button pressing. If I'm not convincing enough, listen to Gramsy nerd out on mechs.
Oh my god! I fucking love mechs! Oh goodness, I fucking love them!
Did that convince you? The game is constantly getting updated and such. It's a fun game to play. I plan to jump back into it at some point and have some fun with it with Gramsy again, and maybe some others if some are interested, you know, if the homies are listening to this at some point, you know what I'm saying? It is the most immersive experience for being a mech pilot, and the PvP is a blast. There's even like a social mode for soccer and stuff. It's a good time. I'd highly suggest picking picking it up. Iron Rebellion is a multiplayer mech combat game with no B-haptic support, which I kind of expected. The game's original price tag is $14.99 and the promotional price is $11.99 for a 20% drop. It's great fun and I highly recommend this game 100%.
Number 7.
Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu. This is literally the best hand-to-hand combat game to ever exist that recently got full body tracking, and it's good. It's great. It's literally, as I said, literally the best. This Kung Fu game gives you Mortal Kombat vibes with special abilities. It can literally be Sub-Zero. Like, come on. It has a variety of characters and or opponents with different fighting styles and backstories. The game is phenomenal in its own right, really. The gameplay has physics in the combat. There are massive amounts of ways to play this VR game. You can also play as a knockoff version of Bruce Lee. What more could you ask for? I just hope that one day the game gets multiplayer support, because this would be fantastic with multiplayer support. And speaking of support, it does have B-haptics as well. Play this game. It's fucking good. If you don't have it, you're missing out. The game is originally priced at $29.99 and discounted to $23.99, but honestly, it's worth every single penny of the original price.
Number 6 Extra Dip.
Legendary Tales. The game has an exciting update on the way that really changes the game drastically in terms of the contents, but this game is nuts by itself already. It's an action role-playing game that has cooperative play of up to 4 players, and it's Diablo-esque. If you like Diablo and you have a VR, you will like this game. It provides a wide range of weaponry, including weapons that seem like they're inspired from anime like Berserk. I believe they have one called Senbon Zakura as well, which is Bleach, which is my favorite. So Senbon Zakura Kagayoshi. The shit. Anyway, Berserk with its Dragon Slayer sword, and there's skill trees, attributes, and more. In the dungeons, though, you'll encounter monsters, and with the upcoming update, a larger variety of monsters and different kinds of rooms for dungeons. It gets a massive overhaul in this upcoming update. We've got teased for it, and I am excited for it. The game also has magic and wands, and games normally don't have wands anymore, really, so wands. It's an absolutely legendary game. No pun intended. That's a lie, pun was intended. Legendary Tales has native B-haptic support as well. The original game's price tag is $34.99 and the discount is $29.74, dropped by 15%. I feel like they could have went a little bit more on the discount, but to each their own. I still think it's worth it regardless. Now the dividing side of things, even though it's not ranked to 10, it's just there's no specific order. Anyway, number 5, Demeo. Demeo is like D&D with animations and, well, D&D. A D&D fan's dream. I've been saying that's a lot of D&Ds. I'm sorry. It's probably one of the better tabletop adventure games I've ever played, and I only played it for like 2 hours, but I had a fucking good time playing it with Panda, Gramsy, and Panda's wife. Great time. The game can go up to 4 players and is cross-platform. It's interactive and you can play with PC players. There are currently 4 adventures to go through, and each character is unique with different cards. Maybe I'll make some funny moments with it. I'm unsure. It's a good thing to play off camera. I don't know. Demeo does not have haptic support, nor did I expect it to be honest. The original price tag is $29.99 and marked down by 20% to $23.99. It's a damn good sit down and fuck around game. I would get it even with the full price, to be honest. The next one is a pioneer of VR gaming, specifically VR shooters, and it has one hell of a deal, honestly. Like one I wasn't expecting, but one that makes sense. Numero Cuatro. Why did I say it with the Hispanic accent? Pavlov VR. Pavlov VR has the best, and I mean the best, modding community in the VR space out of all the games I'm about to mention. Well, actually, it's up there. Definitely within the top 3 of best VR modding spaces. It has multiple game modes, and even fan-made ones. TTT, Prop Hunt, The Hide, and even Battle Royales. However, best of all is Call of Duty Zombies. Who doesn't want to play Call of Duty Zombies in VR, huh? It's fucking fun. The gunplay is mediocre, but it's still fun. It's not like a competitive, well, it is competitive, but not like realistic. It's basically like Call of Duty-esque. I don't know. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what this relates to in terms of flat screens, but it's a good game nonetheless. The amount of things you can do is endless with Pavlov VR though. And it has B-haptic support natively integrated, just saying. It's one of the best games out there, and the original price tag is $24.99, but that discount knocks it down by 80%. I think that's the most on this list. Yeah, it's the most on this list, all the way down to $4.99. That is a goddamn steal, and if you don't get it, something is literally wrong with you. It's $5. Come on. The next is almost as old as Pavlov, maybe about a year older, or you're younger. Yeah, younger. But it's purely a single player experience. However, the gunplay and amount of immersion is unforetold and god tier, in my honest opinion. I've stated this before, but it's one of my favorite games, VR games, to date. and that is Into the Radius. I reviewed the game twice on my channel, and now it appears on this list. You can probably tell how much I love this fucking game. The gunplay is amazing. The survival aspects of fatigue, hunger, weapon maintenance, and much more are there. The attention to detail of the game, the lore, all of it is so damn good, but I won't go into detail any further, so if you want my reviews, go check out my review videos for the Quest Beta and the PC VR versions of the game. It's a solid 9 out of 10 for me. I say 9 because some of the physics are kind of weird and jank, but it's still being updated frequently, so there you go. The game does have bHaptic support, natively integrated, and it is phenomenal. The original price for the game is $29.99 and is dropped by 30% to $20.99. It is worth every penny in my opinion, even with the original price, but that's just me because I genuinely love this game. I would snack this if I were you. The next one is a steal, as the original price is like a AAA title, but it's Half-Life Alyx, a VR experience that is the most buttery smooth and probably the most notable in the VR space. It's a game that has inspired many others for sure, even modders. If you're new to the Half-Life franchise, then I highly suggest this. Half-Life has been around for a very long time, and this game's story is impeccably fantastic. The game takes place in between the events of Half-Life 1 and 2, but besides the already amazing game with its story, lore, and its backstory, and the gameplay, there are mods, like different stories like the popular Gunman Contracts, I believe that's what it's called. Then you have sandbox experience like Monsters Inc. if you wanted to go in the Monsters Inc. factory or something. It also has a multiplayer mod and so on. Yes, there's multiplayer mod. I didn't know this until like literally writing this video. A multiplayer mod exists. I need to try this. There's so much good about this game and it's a goddamn steal. It's like in my top 5 for sure. It also has bHaptic support through a mod, by the way. The game's original price is $59.99. Again, a AAA game price. And this shit gets knocked down by half to $29.99. That's honestly a fucking steal. You better cop it. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's so good. Lastly, this one takes me back to my roots of my channel, and it still holds a dear place in my heart because many of you come from the videos I made regarding this game, Skyrim VR. Now, I know Skyrim VR is a shit game through vanilla means, but the VR modding community makes this experience 10 times better than the original game itself. The amount of things you can do with the game in VR with VR mods is astounding. It's massive. It's literally one of the biggest games you can have for VR. People have made mods that give you Half-Life Alyx controls, meaning the glove flick feature and blade and sorcery style combat. And there's also mods that increase the combat immersion and magic and so on. You could have survival elements, and there's just so much you could do with Skyrim as a whole. And a lot of these are special edition mods that can still be used in VR, which makes this entire thing much more easier and a lot better. Well, at least a good chunk of them work in VR, the special edition mods I mean. No horny mods for you horny folk, sorta. There's only one that I recall that works, but I've never tried it, nor will I. This VR port with mods is an experience to behold, and if you suck at modding, there's modless installers that will get you started. It's worth a shot, honestly, especially with the deal they have on Steam VR Fest. Skyrim's AAA price of $59.99 got knocked down to $19.79 USD. That's 67% off. That's a goddamn steal, and I have videos to get you started with modding if you want to just go straight into modding to get rid of that vanilla bullshit. Also, side note, Skyrim Together does not work for VR, which is a shame because I really wanted it to work, but it doesn't, and it does have a bHaptics mod support. You can feel a dragon's breath if that means anything to you. Now, I normally don't do these kind of videos, especially on a Wednesday, or hell, this might even go up on Tuesday, but my new computer isn't here yet. But either way, I hope this video helped some of you pick out some games that I truly highly recommend if you're a new or old PC VR player. They're all experiences that forged my VR journey and made me who I am today, minus a few games that weren't mentioned because of the discount prerequisite I set for myself for this video. But if you picked out any of these games, let me know which ones and tell me what your favorite one of the 10 are for you. Did you agree or disagree with this list? They're not in order, so there's no really agree, disagree, I guess, sort of, kind of. Anyway, this list was for the ones that were on sale. That should be a must buy. Did you agree with any of these that are a must buy in terms of discount prices? Let me know. I want to thank my patrons and YT members for supporting me. You have given me more pride than you could ever know. I truly appreciate you. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button so this can get to more viewers like yourself. yourself, and it helps me fight those pesky robots called the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested in other VR content as well as hilarity, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified of any and all of my future videos. Don't forget to join the Soul Chamber, my Discord. There you'll be notified and up to date with my content and be notified of any future events I plan to carry out there, like community streams and so on. Speaking of events, I have an event coming down this Saturday. Me and my mods organized an event for VR chat, so we can just hang out, play Murder 4 or Laser Dome or whatever. So if you want to come by, go to the Discord and you can read the information there. You can also chat with myself and my fellow souls, whether it's about anime, art, or VR. And if you want to, take a listen to the Compel Reality podcast if you want to hear VR scuff and news. And one last thing is to escape reality and fight to keep your soul free.